Hello. First of all, Squishy, thank you for that tier 2, dude. Also, incredible Scrubs clip poll. Hi, welcome in. Also, that tier 2 is 2 entries to the monthly emote drawing at the end of the month. And if you win, you get to pick an emote and make me draw it and then use it in chat for an entire month. That's pretty cool. Hi, Lee, welcome in. Hello, Limbo, how you doing, dude? Y'all, right before I got on screen, I ate like the world's fattest fucking chicken salad, like wrap thing ever, and I'm dying. I'm full of regret. Full of regret. So, anyway, we're gonna keep it simple. I have a weird schedule this week because my husband's having surgery on full of regret and chicken, true and real. My husband's having surgery on Thursday, so I will be out Thursday and Friday. Unfortunate, but reality. Limbo, thanks for doing your daily bird. So we're gonna just do some co-working because I need to get some shit done and I still want to be here. You know, I don't want to only stream one day this week. That feels like garbage. So, like, y'all don't hang out to only hang out one day a week, and there's no reason I can't stream more days this week, so I just can't stream on normal days. Let's look at birds before I forget. Oh, everything's fucked up. This is stunning. Wait, I bet I can fix this. Does that fix it? No, it doesn't fix it. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. Oh, he's just had some complications from another procedure he had, and it's just a follow-up to sort those out. It's nothing super major. It's like an 80-minute procedure, but he will be unhappy and uncomfy afterward, as is his prerogative. So, Simon and Lurkin, hell yeah. Good luck with those Sims, dude. They are insane. Kestrel. Here's your bird if you wanted to see it before you left. I love a kestrel. It's like the smallest falcon we've got. One of them. They're so cute. He's just a little guy. Just a little angry baby. Just a little angry baby. Thank you again for that tier 2, dude. Incredible. Lee, who'd you pull? Indigo. Capped hummingbird. Cutie! Look at the little baby with the peats. The little fluffy pants. The little fluffy pants. Oh, these colors are really cool. It's like a really nice gradient. It's like oil slick. Fan. Big fan. Limbo. Cute. He's got knees. I mean, I know they've all got knees, but look at him. Oh, I love him. Oh, the throat. Oh, just a baby. Hello, Vin. How you doing? Who'd you pull? Hang on, all my shit's fucked up today. So sorry. My mic was unplugged, which meant my headphones were unplugged, so it absolutely shit-fucked OBS. Now nothing works. Rufus. Headed. Taylor Bird. Ben, look at you. Look at the baby. Just a little guy. He's just tiny. He's just tiny. Anyway. The other thing that I'm excited about is that I got the monthly drawing thing to work so that when you guys like do your sub thing, it automatically adds the right number of entries to the list without me having to do anything. So nice. Like, I don't have to manage anything. I just have to remember at the end of every month to clear it out, and then it's fine. You know? You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Let's get to work. I got nothing else to say. You know? Camera's gonna be fucked up on this screen too. Look at it. Great job. Stunning work, honestly. There you go. And then I'll just Have this. Can't, not that you can fucking see her. Squishy, dude, have so much fun with The Sims. As always, we're gonna run a 75-15. I don't know if we're gonna run 1 or 2 yet. I have yet to decide. I just wanted to knock 1 out. That way I could, like, have been here, you know? So anyway, we're gonna get started. Commands are on the screen, right beneath the dog. It's annoying, but right beneath her. If you would like to add anything to the list, it will then populate on this side over here with your name on it, and then you can use the alt commands to check stuff off as you're done. So, we're gonna go ahead and get this pomo started, and I'm gonna go ahead and mute, and then I will see you on the other side of 75 minutes. Okay, bye. Hello. I have realized that I did not fix, again, things that I cannot hear. Thanks for working with me for 75 minutes. Ben, Henry, knocked out some shit, dude. Let's go. If you are working alongside and not filling out tasks, such a vibe. That's not a you should have been filling out task. That's just a statement. But yeah, welcome back from 75 minutes of straight work. Dude, I just got a lot done. I got done the whole task I needed to get done today that I've been putting off all day. So, that's nice. That said, I don't know that we're gonna run a full break because I don't know that we're gonna do another one of these. I'm debating because I really just wanted to run one to be here 3 days in a row, you know? Not that in a row matters, but so that I help me. Just so that I could actually be here 3 days this week since my schedule's all fucked up because my husband's having surgery. That said, we will hang out for a little bit and just do some vibing. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the vibe is. Everything feels complicated and I don't want to choose. You know what I'm saying? So, that said, I do. Dude, I had so many thoughts, in 30 minutes in that I was going to talk about when we got out of here. And now they're all gone. This is great. Just sitting here doing nothing. Just me doing this. And that's what I have. I have no capacity to be entertaining today. That's why we're co-working, because it's not my job to entertain you while we do our jobs, you know? Do our little bits and bobs. If you want entertainment, go bother Vin in 30 minutes. That's honestly the only reason I'm still talking. Because I'm like, if I just hang on for 30 more minutes, I can just raid out to Ben, and then I don't have to try to find somebody else to raid out to. Because that feels like work. I don't want to do work. I already have to do my IRL work. But I have no idea how to function on a Monday on stream. This is not my day to be here. This is my day to be yapping in somebody else's stream. But anyway, I got a lot of work done. So that was a useful 75 minutes on my end. And now I'm on to the next one. So that's exciting. Because Thanks. I just needed to get stuff done. Hell yeah, Vin. Hell yeah, dude. Last thing on your list. Let's go. You want to go live right now so I can write out to you? I'm kidding. Don't do that. But do you want to? I got nothing. Dude, okay, you guys, you'll like this. Last night, Dylan and I were looking at houses out here. Eddie, welcome in. How you doing today, dude? How you doing today? Last night, my husband and I were looking at houses that we can't afford out here, which is heinous and outrageous, and I don't want to talk about it. But we started to throw us in another task. I might in a minute, but you're gonna like this. Sat there looking at houses. Finally started to find a niche of homes. Is it? Do you get a good bird? I love a thrush. Finally started to get into like a good rhythm of finding homes that met our needs. And the biggest thing we need is that I don't want a huge house, but I want a lot of garage space. Dude, I'm good. We're just getting work done on a Monday. I don't know why I'm here. But I finally started to find houses in our price range that we could maybe afford with garage space that would suit our needs. And after like 2 hours of looking, for no reason, we are not in the market to buy anytime soon. I am literally, there's no pressure. Just started singing Gimme, Gimme, Gimme a Man After Midnight at the top of my lungs in like the most wailing voice I could think of. Oh, my camera's gonna give up. Never mind. The most wailing voice I could think of. And then I just started sobbing. And my husband is like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, I just want to go to bed. I just don't want to look at houses anymore, and I can't afford anything. I just want to go to bed. He was like, I'm filming you because you're going to laugh about this tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, started this morning, babe. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm deranged. No, Poet, last night I was looking at houses, and I think I just looked at way too many homes and way too close to my period, and was really tired after having been out in the sun for 6.5 hours all day yesterday, and just started looking at my husband and crying because I wanted to go to bed. And he was like, let's just go to bed. And I was like, but you're making me look at houses. And he was like, I am literally not. Go the fuck to bed. I was like, but you're still awake. Anyway, the video is iconic. I'll show it at some point. I'll put it on stream at some point. I don't care. But it's just me going from singing midnight at the top of my lungs to just sobbing. Eddie, real. It was hysterical. I haven't done anything. She's literally fine. Yeah, it's just the average experience. Yeah. So that was my yesterday night. It was really bad. Just having all the feelings all at once. All of them. All of the feelings in my body. Dude, it really was, Poet. I have every time. You were a mess and insane yesterday. Yeah, what? Mercury's also in the microwave right now, so it's double whammy. I feel like the fact that I've forced you all to listen to jazz for 75 straight minutes should be an indication that I am unwell. But, dude, I straight up, like, he showed me that video last night and it made me cry harder because I was having a moment. But, like, today, I don't know, jazz slaps. I agree. But I feel like half the population is just like, why would you ever listen to jazz? Who volunteers for this? All the feelings all at once. Real. It does depend on, yeah, and the day. But it's 65 and overcast here in the middle of August, which is not abnormal for Seattle, but it feels really like the middle of fall today. Do atonal jazz with crazy time signatures. I could if I was, like, unmedicated. But it feels like fall. So, like, I woke up this morning, I was like, all I need is jazz on the record player, which doesn't work for stream, but whatever. Jazz on the record player, hot coffee in hand. Gave up on making espresso after the second time of pulling a terrible shot. So we went with cold brew. So I only got half of what I wanted, but I did get jazz. So we're doing good. Everything's fine. I'm fine. It's just a normal Monday. I could listen to that if you're just trying to make yourself feel insane. Yeah. Yeah. Supposedly 87 here. It feels much cooler and I've been comfy all day with your blanket in your lap. Hell yeah. I have a blanket behind me in case I needed it because I still have my AC blowing. Because my lizard can't get hot. I bought the one lizard that can't get too warm or he dies. And by too warm, I mean like 78 degrees. So it's always cold as fuck in my office. But it's fine. He's just a little guy. Just a little idiot. I have a crested gecko, Eddie. I dub him. He's got more ball than brain, literally. But he's just a dumbass. That's okay. That's okay. Him's cutie. Him is cutie. I don't know where him is right now, or I'd pull him out. He's so dumb. I had a chameleon as a kid, and like I had other lizards, and I thought all lizards were stupid. This thing is like the equivalent of the dumbest creature I've ever met in my entire life, and that is like half of his allure. Oh yeah, he's asleep somewhere. But he's so cute, I could pluck him. He's just not pluckable right now. Anyway, the gist of today's vibe is that I am well but unwell. And I am maybe slightly deranged. That's all I got. That's where we're at in life, you know? So sweet. Yeah. I love them. And I love that people are like, oh, they don't have feelings like that. Yours might not, mine does. Me? Darf. No. Yeah. No, I love a lizard. They're fun. Yeah. I mean, they don't have a ton of feelings in brain, I don't think. But I definitely can tell that he's not horribly uncomfortable with me. Darth, no, you. Because he'll, like, crawl out of his house onto my hand voluntarily. Which, I mean, considering he knows that I'm a moving, breathing thing that could crush him like a bug, and he doesn't sprint off into the hills. I think that's a pretty good testament to at least maybe not love, but trust, which is more impressive in my opinion. Anyway, long story short, with me still a short little co-working session today. We got a longer co-working session tomorrow, or what? Or what? Or what, Darth? He's just that dumb, true. He could just be just that dumb. Yeah. He just sees up and go, ah! Just takes off for the tallest thing in the room. But there's definitely something, because he bites my husband and he doesn't bite me, so. That's my son. Happy. She's been curled up in the corner all day. It's so dark in my office. Jenna. Jenna. Hi. Hi, what you doing? A little head tilt. Why is it so dark over there? Have dog and light. Have dog and light. Jenna. She's like, what? I'm in my corner against my hot baseboard. I'm cozy. Not gonna sneeze. Not gonna do it. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. Barely. She's 11. No, I'm trying. She's 11, I think. She's old. Old little girl. I can't sneeze. I can't broth. I can't do nothing. Darth, were you here when we were discussing if piss is broth? Because I feel like I need your take on this. I feel like you're gonna hate this, Darth, if you haven't already heard this, but I need to know. Is piss broth? That's about what I expected. Oh yeah, you've heard it in Sophie's. That tracks. I forgot that it's gotten, like, everywhere now. Not because it is waste and not a consumable. Technically, broth is often made from the waste parts of vegetables. Like the parts you don't eat. Like when I make my own veggie broth, I do it with the parts of the veggie that I cut off to not put in my food. Also, Valk is correct. Also, Bear Grylls drinks piss. So there are humans that drink piss for kink or for sport or for life-saving measures. So it's clearly somewhat consumable. Eddie. Incredible. I love that we are going to have, like, beat this conversation to death. Like, just in general. Like, this conversation is going to stay in this small-ass circle of Twitch until, like, none of us can stand the thought of it anymore. You reject my premise vibe. I also reject my premise, but here I am. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Oh, Pete stretch. Valk, I mean, I agree with you. I don't love it. I'm not here because I'm like, oh yeah, piss is broth and I'm gonna cook with it. It's overwhelming feeling of what have I done when I hear it's been discussed in so many places. I think it's funny. It's such like it is the equivalent, I think, of the argument, is water wet? Or is a hot dog a taco or a sandwich? In which case, taco, and I don't need to bring up the cube rule again. This has already been discussed at length with the scientific PowerPoint. So I think it's just one of those pivotal conversations. Oh. Valk, are you asking if I'm sure I'm not going to cook with piss? Because yes, I'm sure. But a hot dog is neither? I think a hot dog is classified as a hot dog based on the cube rule. Let's just have this conversation again, because I can never memorize this whole thing. hang on. This is wrong. Where's the actual part of it? Yeah, hot dog is taco. There you go. Hot dog is not an option, even though taco is technically the same concept as hot dog. Sooner accept hot dog as taco than piss as broth. Okay. But, like, accepting hot dog as taco should not be, like, revolutionary, because this literally makes sense. Like, this argument makes perfect sense. The location of the carb, or the starch, structurally makes sense. Toast? Yes. Starch on bottom. Valk, if you've never seen this, I quote this thing all the fucking time. Starch on bottom, toast. Stunning. Sandwich. Starch on both sides. Mel, welcome in. We're discussing the cube rule because I hate myself. This is somebody, it's called the cube rule. Somebody literally decided to answer the question of, is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco by doing this? You reject it. I don't like it, but it makes the most sense, and I have not seen a good counterpoint that reduces it away. So therefore, I believe in it. Taco. Pie on its side. Tracks. Sandwich. Hot dog. Sushi. All the way around, but not on the other faces. Okay? Yeah. Makes sense to me. Quiche. Everything except for the top. Soup in a bread bowl. Valk. This, when I started my current job, we were allowed to ask one question that we wanted at this, like, team lunch I had, but it wasn't supposed to be technical or about the company. It was just one question as, like, an icebreaker. And I asked this, and somebody immediately responded with this link. And I've been talking about it ever since. I never shut up about it. It's so funny, and it makes people so angry. More quiches. All accurate. Calzone also makes sense. Starch on all sides. Yeah, I mean, Eddie, I agree. There is a problem there. And they kind of fall off the rails after calzone. With that. Welcome in, Jake. Salad, none. Cool. This is where we kind of fall off the rails because mashed potatoes are technically a starch, but I don't want to talk about it because there isn't a starch on either side of this. Technically, it is just a bowl of starch. Other things that are salads, technically based on the starch rule. The cake rule brings me joy because, yeah, we be stacking the starches. Nachos also make sense. I'm good with these numbers. This is, like, valid. Salad with croutons is nachos. Like, a Big Mac is not 2 sandwiches because there's not 2 buns in this bit. Yeah. Nachos just a simple taco. Maybe. Wet nachos being ramen? Kind of. No, because sushi isn't... Well, it depends. They only discuss specifically nigiri. And nigiri is toast. But I believe if you're going to classify sushi as sushi, it would be sushi where the roll has rice just inside of the seaweed or on the outside of the seaweed. Because I don't think that the placement of the starch has to be the outermost thing. I think the outermost thing is irrelevant. It's just the placement of the starch around most of the contents. Because if that was the thing, then anything with sauce wouldn't make sense, poet. This is just bullshit that I have decided is law. And I am just... I think that makes us fall apart completely. Probably, but I have no better way to answer the question. And I love a PowerPoint and an argument. And this gives me both. The end of this is really where this falls apart with rice is not necessarily interpreted as a starch according to this, which is, I think, how sushi gets away. Better ways a case-to-case basis, but that's boring. Give me a rule that fucking sucks. I before E except after C and the 900 some odd fucking exceptions. I like that. I don't think the seaweed is the starch. Rice is a grain. True. But rice does have starch in it. This is my favorite. This is my favorite slide of this whole thing. This is my favorite slide of the whole thing. This is the slide I think that did me in being like, yeah, I agree with this wholeheartedly. It somehow gets better too at the end, though. I think the reason this falls apart solely is because they said that the classification is based on the location of the starch rather than the location of the structural element of the object. Because the structural element of the object could be the seaweed, could be the bun, could be the plate, could be yada, yada, yada. Like, where is the structural element of the dish? Well, that's where I'm at. This picks at my slight neurodivergent desire to just pick a fight in everything. Like, it... I like the neurodivergent urge for me to pick a fight and just cause problems with things that don't matter and unsettle everyone else is like incredibly thrilled by this. Eddie, I can agree with that. Darth, I love that you're just giving us all the singular versions of tortellini and ravioli. It's also bringing joy. No, I agree. I hardcore agree. I love this. This brings me back to the days of... God, this is going to date me. Poet. The cube rule every time yeah, about same. I love that I'm causing more problems. This is in high school, my favorite YouTube video ever, and this is going to date me, was this video called The Kuehl Theory. And it was talking about abstractions away from reality. And every time you got like, yes, poet. Every time you stepped like one abstraction away further from reality, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's so good. Like, if you went to a taco truck and that shit was in a hot dog bun, you would be pissed. Hear me out. Never go to the Midwest. Because that is something that would happen there. This fucking thing. So like at one Kuehl, you ask for a hamburger and you get a hamburger. There's no abstraction. At two Kuehls, you ask for a hamburger and get a picture of a hamburger. You get a picture of a hamburger or a raccoon. At 3, you wake up as a hamburger. And it just goes more and more off the fucking rails. And I think this is why I love the cube rule, because this shit is insane. Oh, poet. As a former Midwesterner who's still obsessed with the Midwest, I love the Midwest. Also, Eddie, surprisingly, Midwest USA, specifically Kansas City, has a very, very, very high population of Mexican immigrants who make incredible fucking Mexican food. That said, in the Midwest, they also put chili on cinnamon rolls, so yeah. But yes, unless you're in a place with an actual, like, Latinx community, or because, like, Kansas City's like that. Like, Quindaro Drive in KC is just, like, straight up fucking homemade tortillas and tamale trucks and people selling tamales out of the, like, trunk of their car. And they're the best tamales you've ever had in your entire life. And you order, like, 40 of them. And you also wonder if these people are, like, also in some sort of, like, why are they selling them out of the trunk of their car going door to door? How do you end up in that position? But also, it's still the best tamale you've ever had, so you get them every time they come by. Vietnamese food in Texas. Dude, the Vietnamese food out here in Seattle, so good. Among. Among. Yeah. Yeah. But yes, I love that I got to end this day with that deranged bullshit. That brings me joy. It can't beat Houston. I have not been to Houston, nor would I ever go to Texas voluntarily again, so I cannot speak to that. And the rest of your evening trying to forget about the cube rule again. So sorry. Mel, you're so fine. I did a really short one today because I just needed, one, I'm out because of my husband's surgery most of the week, and two, I just wanted to get a little bit of time in. I just wanted to like do more than one. Me and this dog cam. I wanted to do more than one stream this week because if I only did Tuesday, that's all I would get. So I just did a short little co-working stream today. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start wrapping this up because we're gonna go see Ven shortly because she should be live momentarily. And if you're still here, get the fuck on. Come on. Oftentimes you're forced to go places you don't want to go. Valid. But we'll be back tomorrow morning. Around. Yeah, he had a procedure done a couple years ago. God damn it. He had a procedure done a couple years ago and has just had one of the rare, not life-threatening, not a big deal complications from it. And it's just been causing him some pain. So they're just going back to do a little revision. And it'll be 40 minutes under the knife. Easy peasy. But he will rightfully be being a big baby about it, as is his prerogative. And I'm not saying that like negatively. I was a big baby when I had surgery last August. And he took care of me. So now it's my turn. So I will be out for that, but I will be here tomorrow morning with more co-working and then more Pacific Drive because I would like to actually make some dang progress in this game rather than just doing nothing for 4 straight hours again. Big baby is so valid for sure, and I do not mean that derogatorily. I just don't know how else to say it. But on that note, we'll get this going again because I can hear my own voice in my skull. Come over here. Oh god, I forgot that all my scenes are messed up. Thanks for damn your daily bird. Let's go. Let's go, Dora. We'll go here. We'll go here. We're gonna be annoying. And we're gonna do this. Our raid message is gonna be this. Hey, get out of here. I can't make a funny raid message if you're still fucking here. Leave. Fine, you can see it. I don't care. Grab that raid message. And on that note, nothing now. My camera just keeps getting like itty bitty baby, and then it makes me mad because I have to fix it every time. So, Darth, shut up. I'll be here tomorrow. Oh my god. Justin! Okay. I love you guys. I will see you. Hang on. I'm really bad at this today. God, I'm not supposed to be here on a Monday. Okay. We're headed to Ven. I will see you next time. Have so much fun. We'll be back tomorrow at like 10 a.m. Okay. Goodbye!